Hey, hello everyone, my name is Master Starman, and I'm here to give you guys a little bit of another retrospective video. This one's not going to be, it's not going to contain any video here or anything like that, because I'm not just going to retrospect one video here, but I kind of want to talk about a Let's Play that I did, and I've been thinking about this a little bit because, a certain Let's Play on my channel has basically been celebrating its 5-year anniversary, I guess you could say. I guess a lot of my Let's Plays have probably been celebrating that, but one very big one over a lot of other Let's Plays was my Let's Play of Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. And I think a lot of people can probably understand why that was such a big Let's Play for me. I won't get into all the details in this video, because let me tell you, there's a lot to say here. But yeah, it's a very, there's a lot of story behind that one, so I can briefly just sort of sum it up here. It started on Christmas Day 2011, which, I just got a Blue Snowball that year for Christmas. I had a Hop Hog that I got that summer, and I wasn't really using that a whole lot, because, I used it for a little bit in, like, SpongeBob Movie and, Mega Man X, but otherwise I didn't really have a good chance to use my Hop Hog. And my Let's Play at the time was Pokemon Platinum, which I was recording with a camcorder, so I didn't really have, I didn't really have much of a need for the Hop Hog at the time, so Sonic Adventure 2 kind of felt like a good opportunity for me to use that. Of course I did the GameCube version because, my Let's Play predated the HD re-release of that game by 10 months or something like that, which I was well more than 2/3 of the way through the Let's Play. But yeah, it was a very turbulent period in my life. It wasn't like what Let's Playing is these days. Like, there's so much stuff you see on YouTube where, like, one person says this or that, and then the whole world blows up over that. That's not what Let's Playing was back then. It was a very turbulent time, and 2011, like, things just kept getting more and more turbulent, and it was going more than ever into 2012. And, yeah, Sonic Adventure 2, though, for right now, I would honestly say it was my crowning magnum opus Let's Play. To say that there was a few things that went wrong would probably be an understatement. There was some audio problems here and there. There was a couple things that happened, but otherwise, though, it was a very important Let's Play for my channel. I basically was not kidding around when I got to that point, because I announced that I wanted to Let's Play that game back in, like, December of the previous year, which would have been, like, 2010, I think. And at that time, I'm just, like, I think I even said I was going to do a 100% Let's Play at the time. In my mind, I'm just thinking, I'm like, shit, did I seriously just say I was going to do that? Like, I don't want to screw around with expectations here. And, so yeah, I did that. And after I said that, I spent a long time. I was gone for 3 weeks that summer at a Air Cadet summer camp, and there was one day I remember we were just at a swimming pool, and I just took some time. I just sat in the pool, not really doing much of anything, and I just thought about Sonic Adventure 2 and how I wanted to Let's Play that game. I put a lot of time and thought into that, and that time and thought evolved over the next 6 months or so, and then, yeah, so, and there was a lot of stuff that happened when I was Let's Playing that game, I Let's Played Paper Mario 1 and 2 during the time it took me to Let's Play that. I was partnered in pretty much the middle of that Let's Play. There was some kind of weird side effects that came with partnership that aren't really related to the Let's Play itself, but there was some definite weird stuff that happened. And I apologize if the scenery is very random here. I'm recording this at my aunt's house rather than my own house, so I just figured I would try and just film something while I'm here. So yeah, that's why if the scenery seems a little bit different than usual, that would be why. But yeah, there were some other interesting things that happened during that time, because like the partnership was a big thing. I was supposed to be partnered with a different network that took me like they were not getting back to me after months and months of waiting, and I just eventually said like I came across another network that was offering me it, and I messaged the original network and I said like I don't want to partner with you guys. You guys are taking way too bloody long for this, and I want to point out partnership was a pretty big deal back then. It wasn't like it is now where it's kind of meaningless now. It actually still meant something in 2012. It used to be like partnership was kind of the you made it level on YouTube. And it still kind of felt that way, even though I only had around 450, 500-ish subscribers around the time I was Let's Playing at that point in Sonic Adventure 2. It was still, like, it was still, like, kind of like a, you made it, and now what else? And then, you know, things just kept happening and happening. I went to North Bay for 6 weeks, and I thought it would have slowed down from there because I didn't upload any Sonic when I was gone during that 6 weeks. But no, my channel, I think that was like the first full month after I got partnered, or second full month, whatever it was. I was partnered in like early June, and so yeah, this would have been July, August. My channel, I think, got about more than 100 subscribers just in that time I was there, and I was only, keep in mind, I was only about 450 subscribers whenever I was partnered, and that was in June of 2012. So yeah, like, it was just you know, I just essentially gained, like, I don't know what percentage that would be, but a large percentage of my subscriber base I just gained right then and there, and those numbers kept growing and growing and growing, and it wasn't like anything I had ever seen before, and it was really, really good. You know, I was having a lot of fun Let's Playing Sonic Adventure 2. There was a lot, you know, there was some stuff that was kind of, some people would argue with me about, like, how much that game's held up, and I'm aware that it gets a pretty mixed reception these days, and that's kind of an understatement. It's Sonic Adventure 2 is like the Don Cherry of video games. You either love it or you hate it. You either love Don Cherry or you freaking hate him. And there's legitimate reasons to both things. I still legitimately love Sonic Adventure 2. And I've met people who don't. I talked to some guys. I met some Call Me Johnny at MagFest this year. I talked to him a little bit about that. And yeah, but I guess the big thing with that, though, was that it was just a turbulent time. It really wasn't like anything I could describe, especially not if you're trying to get into Let's Plays these days. It wasn't anything like I could have even described. And right after that, I went into high school, which, for me, high school started when I went into the 10th grade. And I admit I spent a little bit more time focusing on Sonic than I did in my schoolwork, which kind of screwed me a little bit. But it was a very, very turbulent time. And then, you know, I started doing all, like, I was getting close to, like, getting all the A ranks. I had a lot of, like, long and pretty difficult recording sessions near the end, but I was, honestly, looking back on it, I had a lot of fun doing it, too. And I was having there was some kind of mixed things going on with, like, like, Let's Play forums I was on at the time that was ran by a couple idiots, to say the least, but I did learn quite a bit about that, and later on, though, it was, like, I can honestly attribute to getting better as a result from that, And then, like, all the Chow Garden stuff came after that, and then that, like, I had to grind a lot of that, and that took, honestly, all the Chow Garden stuff took me about as long as it took me to get all the A ranks in the game, to do all that grinding. That's how long it took me, because I wasn't really doing the Chow Garden stuff much while I was doing the rest of the Let's Play, so yeah, mistake, sure, but hey, you learn from your mistakes, I guess. So all that happened, and during that time, I ended up getting my passes for PAX East, which was going to be my first big gaming convention. That's a story for a whole other day, but, like, there was so much that was going on during this time. Like, this was unlike anything I was going through. Like, I was only 15 at the time. This was a quarter of my life ago, looking back on this now. And it was just such a turbulent time. It wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. There was times in school where I'd be, because everyone knew I was partnered by this time. I went from being just this random nerdy kid who played video games to suddenly being, people raised a couple eyebrows once they heard I was making money from this, and then next thing you knew I was almost kind of like a pseudo-celebrity to the school, because, I mean, I didn't really feel like that on the inside, but that's kind of what it was like at the time, and the major double-edged sword was that I hated being asked every day how much money I made, and I really couldn't answer that anyway, but it's like, that's like what, if that's like the price that I needed to pay for that, then, I mean, I'm thankful it wasn't anything worse than that, I suppose. But yeah, and then I had such a experience with that, and then there was parts later on in Sonic Adventure 2 where, like, I invited Dallas down for a day one time. We spent, like, a good hour recording stuff for the multiplayer. We ended up recording 3 full videos worth for multiplayer stuff, and, like, that's what you get when you just have fun. Like, you play a game, you have fun, and you just screw around and just have fun, and that's what we really had. And I think the first part of the multiplayer videos is the most viewed video in the Let's Play, and there's a pretty good reason for that. You can definitely tell we were having a lot of fun doing that, and I know a lot of people who've Let's Played Sonic Adventure 2, and they've said, like, they've had mixed to negative reception doing that, and I didn't feel that way at all. I feel like the reception of my Let's Play was very, very positive. I felt like a lot of people really enjoyed the Let's Play. I feel like there was a lot of people who joined me during that time. It was just something else. It was a really, really different experience, and I can't explain it for someone who didn't really grow up in that time, but that's a moment in my Let's Play career that's honestly been hard, if not, it's a standard that honestly I don't think I've come even close to touching even to this day. So, like, for the last 5 years, like, I'm not saying I haven't done any great Let's Plays in the last 5 years, especially in the last year or so. I really loved a lot of the Let's Plays I did. Pokemon Leaf Green was really fun. There was, like, a lot of the Let's Plays I did late last year were good. DK64 was a lot of fun. Games like Majora's Mask, SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom was a very big one. It's like, there's been a lot of really fun Let's Plays I've done since then, but it's like, it's nothing that's really come close. I mean, it's hard to compare too, but even then, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, that was a Let's Play that took, it technically was 78 videos, but I uploaded 2 extra ones of just outtakes just to say I made it to 80 videos. There was like, so there was that. It was the entire Let's Play, I'd say the my play file had about 52 hours of playtime at the end of it. And even, like, the last story mode, like, all the last story stuff, which was about the last 3 or 4 videos, that took about, I'd say maybe a good solid 2.5 hours to record those last few videos, but I never once felt, it did not feel like that. I felt like I was just riding just this wave of euphoria that I couldn't explain. It was very unmatchable, I guess. I don't know what you could really say about it. There was also, probably one of my favorite gaming experiences was that I got to meet Jun Sonoy, who's the lead guitarist for Crush 40, which is the band that did the theme song. Like, what do you say to like that? You know, I was holding up my copy of Sonic Adventure 2. I also got him to sign my friend Morgan's copy of Sonic Adventure 1, but, like, for me, that, like, signing Sonic Adventure 2 was, like, just, like, you know, this is just, like, you're just left speechless. And that's, like, the way I really felt. Like, I felt like, I don't want to say it was a perfect Let's Play by any means. I mean, it was I don't want to say that was the early days of my channel, because it really did feel more like a mid-period Let's Play for me, but, the audio was kind of a little hit or miss at times. Some videos, like, the audio gain is, like, super, super high, and I basically need to lower my volume anytime I try and watch one of the videos. But looking back on it, though, I still highly would praise it as being basically among, not among, I would basically hold it right up, probably at the top of my favorite Let's Plays that I've done. And how else couldn't I have, like, 2012 wasn't the best year of my life, I don't think. Hell, I don't think it was better than 2011, but, like, all those good events were really, really friggin' good. The reason I don't say the reason I don't say it was as good was that, there was just a little bit of different feelings going on through 2011. 2012, I also had a really, really bad crush on someone who was in my class, and it was a really unrequited crush that she didn't really have the same feelings for me, and I didn't understand that. I was only 14 or 15 at the time. It didn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. I didn't know how to make sense of the situation, and yeah, so it's like, I don't know, I don't want to say that was the only bad thing from 2012, but I mean, it was definitely, like, the big thing. But I mean, when thinking about the Let's Plays, though, of 2012, I can look past that, because, like, the 2 Paper Mario Let's Plays, Sonic Adventure 2, even Gunstar Heroes, which was a Let's Play I did for, like, it was this thing that someone started called 16-Bit Summer, that was basically just, like, people just Let's Playing 16-bit games that summer, which I got together to do. I did a second game that was not even remotely a good Let's Play at all, but Gunstar Heroes, that was a very, very, very solid Let's Play. I did that as a co-op Let's Play with Alex, and I think that, honestly, is our finest hour, to tell you the honest truth. It was a very, very good Let's Play, in my opinion. But, or at least I thought it was really, really good, and I still look back on it and have a good laugh at it. But yeah, Sonic Adventure 2, though, I've said enough, I think, but that's just, it was a wave of euphoria, and I still rode that wave for a long time, because, like, I did Majora's Mask after that. I honestly took a very, like, a good solid month off after I did Sonic Adventure 2, probably because I was exhausted and needed an honest break. I think my reason at the time would have been to focus on school more, which is another very valid reason. You know, everything I did in 2013 was still riding a huge wave of euphoria, but, you know, I can't, like, it blows my mind thinking back this, and I'm like, this happened a quarter of my life ago? Like, where the hell did the time go? Like, I can't believe that this much time has gone by since, you know, all this has happened. So, with all that being said, though, yeah, anyways, I've been Master Sermon, I've been, yeah, and this was just a reflections video of my Sonic Adventure 2 Battle Let's Play. And I don't know if I'll be doing any more of these for a while. I mean, I'd like to, I just don't know, like, what else I could really, like, you know, I did the one for the, part 12 of SpongeBob movie, because that's my most viewed video, but, yeah, this one, no particular date attached to it, it's just something that I figured should have been mentioned, so, yeah. Anyways, I will see you guys later then. Peace out.